Have you ever wondered if everything you've heard about healthy eating for kids is actually factual? Or is it merely a web of myths spun by society? Well, the answer might surprise you. Let's start with the age-old myth, the commandment from childhood that echoes in our ears even now. Clean your plate. Yes, we all remember the guilt trips about the starving children in far-off lands. But here's the thing. Forcing kids to eat everything on their plate can actually promote overeating and weight problems in the future. In fact, it's better to encourage them to listen to their bodies and eat until they're satisfied, not stuffed. Moving on to the notorious F word in nutrition, fats. There's this widely held belief that all fats are bad. But hold on to your avocados, folks, because this isn't entirely true. Kids need certain types of fats for their brains and bodies to develop properly. So while it's wise to limit unhealthy fats found in junk food, we shouldn't shy away from healthy fats like those found in nuts, seeds, fish, and yes, avocados. And now, the sweetest myth of them all, kids should avoid all sugar. Granted, we should certainly limit the amount of added sugars our kids consume, but not all sugars are created equal. Natural sugars, like those found in fruits, come packaged with fiber, vitamins, and other nutrients. So let's not demonize all sugars. Instead, let's make smarter choices about the types of sugars our kids consume. So, whether it's the clean plate commandment, the fear of all fats, or the total sugar shutdown, we've all been tangled in this web of myths about kids' nutrition. But worry not, as we're here to untangle this web of myths and reveal the truth about healthy eating for kids. Now that we've addressed the myths, it's time to lay out the facts. Let's start with the idea that all fats are bad for you. This, dear friends, is more fiction than fact. Yes, certain fats can be harmful, like trans fats found in processed foods. But there are also healthy fats. Think of foods like avocados, nuts, and fish. These foods contain what we call good fats or unsaturated fats. They are crucial for our body's functions, including brain development, inflammation control, and even mood regulation. So don't shy away from those avocados or almonds. They're your friends, not foes. Now let's talk about sugar. It's been painted as the ultimate villain in the health world, right? But here's the twist. Not all sugars are created equal. The sugar found in processed foods and candies? Yes, that's the bad guy. But the sugar found in fruits? That's a different story. Fruits contain natural sugars which come with fiber, water, and various beneficial compounds. So, when you eat fruit, you're not just ingesting sugar, but a whole package of nutrients. Plus, the fiber in fruit slows down the digestion of sugar, preventing a sugar rush and a subsequent crash. And here's the big reveal. The key to healthy eating isn't about completely avoiding bad foods. It's about balance and moderation. A slice of cake at a birthday party or a cookie after dinner isn't going to derail your health. What matters is the overall pattern of your eating habits. If your diet is mostly composed of nutritious foods, then that occasional treat isn't a problem. So as you can see, not all fats are enemies, and sugar isn't always the villain in our story. Now, you might be wondering, how can I ensure my child is getting a well-balanced diet? Well, my friend, it's all about balance, variety, and a touch of parental finesse. Let's start with variety. Think of food as a colorful palette. Just as a painter uses a range of hues to create a beautiful masterpiece, a well-rounded diet should include a rainbow of fruits, vegetables, protein, grains, and yes, even fats. Why? Because each color represents different nutrients essential for your child's growth and development. So next time you're planning meals, think of it as crafting a vibrant culinary canvas. Now onto portion control. This doesn't mean you need to whip out the weighing scales for every meal. Instead, it's about understanding what constitutes a portion for a child. A basic rule of thumb is a portion size should be about as big as the child's fist. And remember, it's okay if they don't finish everything on their plate. It's a meal, not a marathon. Incorporating all food groups is another key element. Think of it as a food symphony, where each group plays a different instrument. Grains are the drums providing energy, proteins are the guitars building muscles and tissues, fruits and vegetables are the flutes and violins offering vitamins and minerals, and dairy is the piano fortifying bones and teeth. And the fats? They're the conductor, helping the body absorb all these nutrients. Lastly, as parents, you hold a significant role in setting a good example. Kids are like sponges, soaking up everything they see. So if they see you relishing your greens, they're more likely to follow suit. Remember, monkey see, monkey do. So, there you have it. A well-balanced diet is not just about what you eat, but also how you eat it. It's about creating a symphony of flavors, a rainbow of nutrients, and a portion control dance that keeps mealtime fun and nutritious. Remember, diversity is the spice of life, and it certainly spices up your child's plate too. But let's face it, getting children to eat healthily can sometimes feel like a battlefield. Indeed, it's like pitting an army of broccoli against a brigade of cookies. But fear not, dear adults, for there are strategies that can help you win this culinary conflict. First off, let's talk about presentation. You see, kids are visual creatures. Their little eyes light up at the sight of a colorful plate. So why not turn healthy foods into edible art? Create a rainbow salad or arrange fruits and veggies into fun shapes. Suddenly those green beans aren't just green beans anymore. They're the tall trees in a forest. And the cherry tomatoes? They're the bright red apples hanging from the branches. Now let's dive into the world of cooking. Have you ever noticed how much more invested kids are in their Lego creations compared to the ones you built for them? The same principle applies to food. If they're involved in the process, they're more likely to eat the result. Let them toss the salad, spread the peanut butter, or even design their own healthy pizza. It's not just a meal, it becomes a masterpiece they're proud of. Finally, when it comes to introducing new foods, remember, slow and steady wins the race. Don't expect your little one to love Brussels sprouts on the first try. Start by mixing new foods into their favorite dishes, a spoonful of spinach in their beloved mac and cheese perhaps. Over time, their taste buds will adjust, and they might even start to enjoy these new tastes. Remember, every mealtime doesn't have to be a struggle. With a little creativity and patience, you can turn the battlefield into a playground of flavors. So gear up and get ready to conquer the battle of the taste buds. After all, the victor gets the spoils, and in this case, the spoils are a healthier, happier child. With a little creativity and patience, you can turn the battlefield into a playground of flavors. So, we've journeyed through myths, facts, and even battled fussy eaters. What's the takeaway from all this? Well, let's take a moment to reflect. We've uncovered that the monster under the bed isn't sugar or broccoli, but the lack of balance and variety in our children's diets. We've debunked the myth that kids can't enjoy healthy eating, and we found that with a pinch of creativity and a dash of exploration, we can make each meal an adventure. We've discovered that nutrition isn't a one-size-fits-all science. Each child is unique with different needs and preferences. So, instead of trying to fit our children into a rigid dietary mold, we should focus on providing a variety of foods, rich in the essential nutrients they need to grow and thrive. Remember, making healthy food choices doesn't mean depriving our kids of the joy of eating. On the contrary, it's about introducing them to a world of exciting tastes and textures. It's about teaching them how to enjoy food in a balanced and mindful way. We've also learned that it's not about winning a war against our children's taste buds. Instead, it's about guiding them on a journey of food discovery, where they learn to appreciate the natural sweetness of a ripe strawberry, the crunchiness of a fresh carrot, or the savory delight of a well-cooked lentil. And let's not forget the importance of debunking nutrition myths. It's our responsibility as parents to educate ourselves and our children about the truths and fallacies of nutrition. Let's encourage curiosity and critical thinking so they can make informed decisions about their food choices. So, next time you find yourself wondering about your child's diet, remember, it's all about balance, variety, and a dash of fun. Subscribe and stay tuned for more myth-busting and fact-finding adventures.